Hi, you, and welcome back to Pond House Garden. Well, as you can see, it snowed again. We got not too much last night, but we got a lot the day before. In fact, so much that I came out into the middle of the afternoon into the early evening, and I took some video footage because it was just gorgeous. The garden was nice and calm and quiet, and was being blanketed in nothing but this white, beautiful, snowy, rainy, frosty, sleety stuff. But that's okay, because it is still February, really? We're not even into March yet, so it is expected for up here, Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada, to have a little bit of snow, a little bit of frost, still into April, May, sometimes even into June, believe it or not, but just little bits. And anything that does make its way here disappears in a matter of a day or so anyway. So I am not held up that much longer to get the spring planters planted. Speaking of color in the garden, I also wanted to let you know about the Amaryllis that is in full bloom in the kitchen right now. It is gorgeous. It's this brilliant red. The other Amaryllis along with it have not shown me what they look like yet, so I'm still waiting for them to come out in bloom, but they are all growing very well and doing lovely. I did post a video all about planting Amaryllis on the channel earlier later last month, actually, in January. I had bought the bulbs, the Amaryllis bulbs at the nursery, and they were on special, on sale, and I thought, why not give them a try? So I'm still waiting for them to become all beautiful in the kitchen, and I will keep you posted on what they look like. Oh, that wind is picking up. Now, we might have snow on the ground and the spring plantings of the spring bulbs on hold, but that hasn't stopped Mom and Dad from going crazy at the Pond House Garden. Dad drilled a bowl shape into the middle of a boulder to create a bird bath, and bark mulch is now in place, and there's a variety of plants like rhododendrons and hellebores that Mom has planted. We'll go and have a full tour of that in the future. And there's a cute little frog stake that Mom has put just in the perfect place. With snow comes an opportunity to do a whole bunch of garden tasks inside the buildings where we stay warm. And Dad is busy working in his shop next to the wood stove, making a whole bunch of metal plant name tags. And he simply uses his little alphabetic his punch kit. And that way he can list out the name of each individual plant on each individual tag.
You go. Permanent tag. Forever. Ink won't fade, nothing.
Mom's winter planters at the Pond House Garden are looking fantastic. All of the hellebores are now in bloom, and there's a whole bunch of other beautiful red berries that have come onto the plants as well. And so it still looks great during wintertime, but it's nicely transitioning to early spring as well. The other day, when the sun was nice and bright in the sky, we were able to capture some videos and some photos of Dad's Eranthus, or winter aconite. The Eranthus appear in February before the crocuses do. They like semi-shade, sun, or woodland settings. There are these beautiful little cup-shaped, upward-facing bright yellow flowers that are about 1 inch wide, and they're surrounded by leafy bracts. They're best in alkaline soil, and they're a perennial, and they have a corm-like bulb. It's best to plant these in the green rather than buying a bag of bulbs, and plant them in the fall. Dad planted his from seeds, but we can definitely divide them and plant them in other areas while they're still in the green later in the spring. They go dormant in late spring, and they grow in clumps up to 4 inches high. They may self-seed, and they do come back year after year. And the great part is they are deer resistant, virtually pest and disease free.
My Eranthus. Not overly happy. Oh, there they are. Oh dear.
Now, only a few days ago, I was at Dinter's, our local nursery here on the island, and I was shopping for some spring inspiration, like I always do. And there wasn't a lot available still in the nursery. There are quite a few rhododendrons and azaleas in the back corner, which is great because they're all in full bud and they are going to be starting to bloom very shortly. In fact, my snow lady rhododendron in the front yard has already started to come into bloom, so I'll have to show you that very soon when she's all out in her white, beautiful gloriousness. But other than rhododendrons, azaleas, a few hellebores, and some other, random things here and there wasn't a lot until I rounded the corner and I found the spring section. So all of these beautiful spring bulbs were sitting here just waiting to be purchased. And man, did I buy stuff. First, I came across the anemones. These are perennial corms, and they're cool weather flowers, which you'll plant in the fall, or you can buy them in the nursery in the springtime. They're what we call cut and come again flowers, so you want to cut them to encourage new blooms. And you can use the flowers in vases. Next, I found a whole bunch of primulas, and these are also known as primroses. They bloom in the spring, and the genus Primula has about 450 to 500 species. They're all perennials, and there's a wide range of colors, sizes, and shapes. They like some shade, and they definitely like well-drained soil. They're easy to grow, and they bloom from spring to late summer, which is why they're great for spring planters and baskets. Cyclamen, not to be confused with the indoor tropical plant, this is more of the hardy cyclamen that can be grown outside. They grow in cool, humid environments, and they're hardy to zone 5. They're best planted in drifts for maximum impact. They thrive around the base of mature shrubs or north-facing walls. And you want to plant them as tubers in late summer or early fall. Oh, the pansies. How stunning are these? I love all the different colors. They love growing in cool weather, and they'll grow in spring or in fall. The pansies are a type of viola with large heart-shaped overlapping petals. There's a wide range of bright colors and patterns to choose from. Now, we treat them as annuals, but they are hardy in zones 3 to 8. They like full sun or partial sun, but they need cooler temperatures to survive. And what spring section wouldn't be complete without tulips? There was a whole big selection of tulips at the nursery, and I got a little bit inspired to come home and take a look at the tulips I had planted in January, or was it December now? Ooh, it was a while ago. I've planted a whole bunch in my polytunnel. So for those of you who haven't seen the tulip planting video, it's right here on this channel. You can just scroll back and take a look and find out what tulips I planted for spring this year. Beside the beautiful tulips were a whole bunch of hyacinths. The hyacinths, they wake up in about mid-spring. And there's tons of pastel colors, and they have an intoxicating fragrance. They're known to some as nature's perfume. These are perennial bulbs that we plant in the fall, or again, we can buy them at the nursery in the spring. And they generally have one flower stalk that stands 8 to 10 inches tall above the ground. They grow easily in zones 3 to 9. Spring planters would definitely not be complete without daffodils, or as we call them, narcissus. These are all spring flowering bulbs, and they multiply quickly and bloom year to year. Yellow is the most common, but they bloom in white, cream, orange, and believe it or not, they bloom in pink as well. There's different flowering styles, including trumpets, doubles, split cups, and large cups, and they grow in zones 3 to 8. So, as much as I had hoped for us to plant spring planters together today, we are gonna have to wait for another day. And that day will come soon, I promise. In the meantime, the spring plants will hang out in the polytunnel along with my tulips, and I'll just tend to them and love them inside there to keep them warm for the time being. If you learned something today or you liked what you saw, give me a big thumbs up below. And thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed recently to the channel. It means so much. If I can bring you any more information on various plants or gardening tips, please let me know in the comments below. Ooh, it's starting to get cold out here again. The sun is going down. Oh. Until next time, remember, your dreams can become a reality. All you have to do is take that very first step. I know I've been saying it for a while, but it's just that easy. Maybe next time you're at the grocery store, you're gonna put your milk and eggs in the basket, but you're gonna throw in a little primula as well. Or maybe this time, 2023 is gonna be the year that you go down to your local nursery and buy your very first daffodil bulb and put that into the ground. And then it's there for all the years to come. I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Oh, little man. Ozzy's had this cute little green garden frog for 5 years now, and he just likes to mouth it and hold it and dig for it and keep it around him as much as he can. Cute little Ozzy boy.